What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've uploaded, and all I can say is that I'll try to stay more consistent from now on. And I thank all of you who stuck around while I was gone. I have plans on uploading regularly on the channel starting next year, so I hope you guys will be here. That aside, the Steam Screamfest is going to end tomorrow, and I know that I haven't covered it on the channel, so while we still have some time, I wanted to make this quick video covering some of my recommendations from the sale, for those of who have missed it. Also, there's an amazing new bundle on Humble Bundle which I wanted to talk about, so without wasting much time, let's start the video off with the Fear Complete Pack. It includes the 3 Fear games, along with all the expansions for each game. The Complete Pack is a better deal than buying each game individually. You cannot buy the first game on its own, so if you want to start this series, the Complete Pack is your best bet. The series is known for its combination of intense action, supernatural elements, and horror elements. The series was developed by Monolith Productions, the same people behind the Middle-earth games. The series is well regarded for its atmospheric horror, tense gunfights, and the inclusion of slow-motion, bullet time mechanics that allow players to perform acrobatic and cinematic moves during combat. It's like a mix of Max Payne and the horror genre, which is a very interesting combination. You can get the entire bundle at 75% off at 161 rupees, $824, and €824. Next up, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This game has reduced in price by quite a bit since the last time I mentioned it in a video. It's on a new lowest recorded price, this time it's on a 84% discount. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is a remastered collection of the first 3 Mass Effect games. It includes all of the single-player DLCs for each game, as well as improved graphics and gameplay mechanics and quality of life changes. Overall, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is a must-buy for RPG fans, and this is probably the best deal in today's video. The collection includes all of the content that was previously only available through paid DLC. However, it's worth noting that the Mass Effect series is known for its complex and branching storyline, so I would recommend you guys to play the games in order to fully understand and appreciate the narrative. You can get the Legendary Edition for just $479 if you're in India, $959 and €959. Next, we have The Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series. It's a collection of all the Telltale Walking Dead games, which includes 4 mainline games, 1 DLC and a mini-series, with over 50 hours of content. It's an amazing series of games, and if you're someone who is into story-rich games, then definitely check this one out. Now keep in mind that you won't be getting much gameplay with this one. It's one of those episodic games which progress based on the choices you make, with some puzzles and a bunch of quick-time events. That doesn't change the fact that you'll get to experience some of the best writing in video game history, but I thought it's better to mention it, in case this genre of games is not your cup of tea. It's on a new historical low at 75% off for 274 rupees, $1249 and €1249. Now talking about this genre of games, one of the best ones in this genre recently got a new historical low, and that is Detroit Become Human. Just look at this graph. This game has been getting a 50% discount for more than 2 years now, and after all this time, it has finally went down by 10%. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. This is a game made by Quantic Dream, who have worked on Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain before this. Similar to the Walking Dead games, it has a branching narrative, with choices you can make throughout the story that significantly affect the outcome. These choices can lead to various narrative paths, character fates, and multiple possible endings, which also gives you lots of replayability. The game explores complex themes such as the nature of artificial intelligence, the meaning of consciousness and identity, and the social and ethical issues surrounding the treatment of androids in a society that parallels real-world debates about AI and technology. Now is the perfect time to buy the game, because it has just hit a new low price, and I don't think we can expect a higher discount on it anytime soon. You can get it for $759 in India, $1599, and €1596. Next up, we've got Black Mesa. It was initially released as a fan-made mod for the critically acclaimed Half-Life, but the mod turned out to be so good that Valve, the creators of Half-Life, approved for the mod to be released and distributed. Black Mesa is the best way to experience Half-Life if you have never played the original one, as it's a complete remake. The gameplay of the original Half-Life hasn't aged particularly well in my opinion, so this is a much better way to experience it. It also tells an interesting and suspenseful story, so it's definitely worth checking out if it sounds even mildly interesting to you. You can get it for 80% off at 105 rupees, $399 and €299. Then we have Resident Evil Village, again on its historical low. It's technically the latest Resident Evil, since Resident Evil 4 was a remake. The Capcom games don't have a very good regional pricing, so 959 rupees is a pretty good deal for this game. If you're not familiar with the Ethan Winters story, then I would recommend playing Resident Evil 7 first, which provides more context. But Village is a pretty self-contained game for the most part. If you can afford it, I would recommend the Resident Evil 7 and 8 Gold Edition bundle. Although it's more on the expensive side, it's still a good deal since you get all the story as well as cosmetic DLCs with it. If you're a fan of the survival horror genre, or if you're planning on getting into it, Resident Evil 7 is a great starting point. So definitely check these games out if you haven't already. And finally, we have Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Now here's a fun fact about this game. It was developed by a team of only 20 people, and the game they produced turned out to be incredible. It's a linear story-driven game with some interesting puzzles and combat, with some horror elements here and there. It's on a historical low at 85% off at 109 rupees, $449, and 449 euros. The game performed so well that Microsoft acquired Ninja Theory, the people behind this game, and they're now working on a sequel for this game, with better resources, which was announced during the Game Awards back in 2019. The game is around 6 to 7 hours long, which doesn't seem like much, but for a price as low as this, it's a steal. So that wraps up the Steam Screamfest section of the game. I know I was very late with this one, but since I was already making a video on the Humble Bundle, I thought why not include some last-minute deals for Steam as well. So with that, let's take a look at this new bundle on Humble Bundle. It's the Warner Bros. 100 Play the Legends bundle. There are a bunch of different tiers for this bundle. Let's take a look at them one by one. The first one is the $5 tier. It includes 5 games, which are Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, both Game of the Year editions, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year edition, Mortal Kombat XL, and Mad Max. Each of these games are usually available for $3 to $5 each on Steam, but here you can get all 5 of them for the price of one. The next tier is the $10 tier, which adds 5 more games to this list, which are Batman Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Knight Premium Edition, Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition, and Middle-earth: Shadow of War Definitive Edition. So for $10 you can get these 10 games. Shadow of War usually costs $10 during Steam sales, so getting all of these high-quality AAA games, plus all of their DLCs for the price of only one of these games is a huge deal. And then there's one more tier, where if you add $5 more to this, you can get 2 more very recent games that are Gotham Knights and Back 4 Blood. These 2 games were released in the span of the last 2 years. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend the third tier, since these 2 games are pretty weak compared to what you get with the $10 tier. So if you're interested in the bundle, you can check it out using the link below. I would personally recommend the second tier, that is the $10 for 10 items tier, but it all comes down to personal preference. The bundle ends in 16 days, so yeah, check it out if you're interested. With that, let's wrap this video up. Hit that thumbs up if you liked this video, and make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss new uploads. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.